Trading is not just a way to earn money. In a sense, trading on the stock exchange is a calling. Sometimes on the internet, you can come across the claim that someone is simply not cut out for trading due to some innate qualities. In some sense, this is true, but not entirely. Some people indeed have a clear talent for taking risks in the market and profiting from it. Some people constantly face a series of failures. However, I am sure that absolutely anyone can earn here. It's just that for some it comes easier, while others have to go through a longer path of self-improvement. In this video, we will talk about exactly that. What prevents many from being successful traders, and how can this be overcome? I am sure everyone will find it interesting because, unfortunately, most people seem to be truly not made for stock trading. To make it more interesting for you to watch, I will try to boost my balance from $10 to a substantial amount. I will use two indicators, ZigZag and RCI. Watch how the pros work. Immerse yourself to become a truly successful market participant. Make yourselves comfortable, we are about to start. Friends, I am showing the indicators. As you can see, it's an absolutely standard zigzag. Today, I am using it similarly to RCI. A very simple strategy, yet its application effectiveness is more than acceptable. Today, I want to note that the primitiveness of the analysis approach does not mean it is ineffective. In other words, sometimes it happens that the genius is all very simple. And today, with a live example, I will prove this to you. Let's see how I will open trades in the current trading session. Attention to the chart. The zigzag serves as a marker for us to highlight levels. For this, it is enough to simply draw lines from its corners. There will be many such lines, and the price interacts with them in a special way, so to speak. We trade breakouts up and down, considering the exit beyond the lines. As a signal for price movement in the corresponding direction, old levels do not lose their relevance. Also, but they are not as, let's say, strong signals for opening a trade. In general, the essence of entering almost any trade is simple. Just one candle that crosses the support or resistance line serves as a reason for us to open a trade. There will also be false breakouts, but that's okay. As you can see, you can catch quite a significant movement. But friends, don't forget about the oscillator. Look, we look at its peak values. They almost always coincide with the turning points of the prices. Overall, that's all we need to know. I think it's time to move on to real trading. Let's go. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my 12th attempt at acceleration. I hope this time it will be successful. All eyes on the screen. The first opportunity to enter is on the Canadian dollar to Japanese yen chart. Here I am in a long position, and now I will explain in detail why I made this decision. Look, we have a zigzag angle. Here it is on the chart. The price crossed it upwards. There was another similar one a bit earlier. The previous zigzag legs, here the oscillator, is not overbought at the moment. It is in a growth phase. Moreover, it has previously gone through similar oversold stages, so it is worth expecting growth at least up to the resistance level. While there is time, I will immediately outline the problems that make traders supposedly not suited for the market. There are four main points that can be highlighted: gambling, fear of trading, lack of specialization, and the search for some secret grails, secret trading strategies. These are the very problems that prevent most participants from being successful and earning their money. Fortunately, there is a solution to all these drawbacks. You just need to work on solving them. And most importantly, know exactly what your shortcoming is. Great, our first trade is in profit. We will discuss the rest in more detail. I won't waste time and will immediately set out to find new entry points. Here is our entry point, which is clearly a long position. It's simple, but I'll show you so that everyone understands. The essence of the analysis, attention to the screen. So what do we see? The distant level was successfully broken upwards, meaning the price is entering a growth phase. This is a strong breakout that should manifest itself, at least in this zone. The oscillator only confirms my assumptions. Look, there are immediately two exits from oversold conditions. A strong growth is clearly being prepared here. It's taking shape. I think the price will rise, at least until it reaches the overbought zone. Then it might go further and further, but we'll see. For us, the main thing is that this is profit, right? Growth is already there. We're confident, so we can continue the topic of the video and talk about excitement. Friends, it's a very bad character trait, let me tell you. For many, trading becomes something akin to gambling in a casino. A person entertains themselves with trades, tries to recover losses, rushes into the market, opening positions with too large amounts. Make no mistake, this will ruin you. Your entire deposit can simply vanish. According to my words, the second trade is in profit. I'll immediately find the next one and we'll return to our topic for today. I'm opening a short position. Look at this huge red candle. I think it's clear enough here, but our analysis also confirms it. Look once more. The price stalled, bounced down from the level. This is a signal of bull weakness. In this zone, we are seeing an attempt to gain a foothold, which failed, which means the asset will decline. That's it. Friends, it's actually very simple. Such patterns are definitely worth adopting. They are frequent false breakouts and consolidations. In general, these signals have even more strength than anything else. Moreover, the price has approached the next level and now intends to break even below it. I think it is unlikely to become as much of an obstacle as the upper one. Here we are expecting a definite price drop. About excitement. There is only one remedy for excitement. Friends, it's money management. Learn to control your money. Allocate specific amounts for a trading session. And never strive to risk large sums. The skill will come with time. There's no other way. The third trade. By the way, I'm already starting to look for a new opportunity to enter the market and continue today's acceleration. Ladies and gentlemen, an excellent opportunity to open a trade in the cake. Now I'll show you why I think so that no one has any questions at all regarding today's strategy. We are looking again at the last leg. It has been broken several times in different directions, but the last candle aggressively pushed the price down. That's all. We are waiting for the outcome of our trade. So excitement and trading are incompatible things. If you are prone to excessive risk, just don't keep a lot of the money in your balance. Only as much as you are willing to lose in the current trading session. I hope, of course, that this doesn't happen to you. Also, forget about the concept of trying to win back losses. Firstly, trading is not a game. Secondly, such impulses never lead to anything good. Losses should be part of your trading strategy. There's no getting around that. You just need to accept them and factor them into your money management from the start. Another extreme that prevents traders from earning is the fear of the market. We'll talk about this a bit later. I close another trade in profit. And now I need to find a new good entry opportunity. Let's get to it. This is clearly a long. Why should we expect a long? We pay attention to the previous zigzag leg. Here's our level. Look, the price has settled above it and is considering rising. That's exactly what we're hoping for. Let's continue the topic. Fear of the market. I'll describe how it happened. You see a good entry opportunity, but you hesitate to take the risk. As a result, the trade is missed or you simply slowed down too much. Missed the favorable moment. Don't worry, this can also be worked on and it can all be corrected. To start, now test and practice on a demo, account with your trading strategy. A set of indicators won't make you a successful trader, but it will allow you to feel much more confident in the market. After that, begin real practice, but with very small amounts, for example, risking $10 by entering a trade with just $1. Over time, you will become more adept and will be able to enter with larger amounts. Pay attention to the market and the chart. Another trade is behind us. We are already halfway through, moving on to finding a new entry opportunity. Let's go. Here, we will trade not from ZigZag, but only from RCI. I'm entering long and now you will understand why I did so. Look, we have a consistent exit from the oversold zone according to the oscillator. After such a prolonged decline, it's high time for the price to reverse. This is actually the beauty of oscillators. Although they perform best in a volatile, sideways market, they can also be used in a prolonged trend. Let's get back to the topic. Another problem traders face is the lack of specialization. A person flits from one type of asset to another, from long-term trading to short-term trading, from fundamental analysis to technical analysis. And in the end, They can't determine who they are, what they are, and why they are here. It's like they want to be aware of all trading options at once. On one hand, it's good to strive for versatility, but you should have your own specialization. Every professional has a trump card. So you must choose your personal trading method. Friends, it's great. The deal is done. We continue to trade and grow the deposit further. I'll also open a long position here. I think comments are unnecessary, and I'm sure you can see everything yourself. A familiar, typical situation that we've already worked through today. Let's continue the conversation. I emphasize the importance of specialization for you. Friends, the world of trading is simply enormous. It is constantly being supplemented, expanded, and something new is always being created. And the topic of study, as it were, is good. That is, it's commendable to strive to learn all the intricacies. But you can't earn with just erudition here. You need to be an expert in one specific niche. Once you can earn steadily in it, you can move on to developing in another area accordingly. To start, decide on the type of trading that appeals to you the most. Short-term, medium-term, long-term. Next, study everything you need to know about it. Develop your own strategy. Be sure to conduct the backtesting. Create a money management concept and practice until you achieve positive results. And that's the whole secret to successful trading. Another deal in the plus. I think we can stay on this same chart. Let's wait a minute and re-enter again. Probably going long. In general, you need specialization. That's how success is achieved here. Don't try to delve into and try everything at once. Trading requires a lot of time, especially at the beginning. It's better to have one thing mastered at 100% than multiple directions at 5 to 6%. You understand, right, Lodik? Everything I'm saying? Personally, I specialize in scalping and trade on minute charts. That's what I started with, and that's what I dedicate most of my time to. That's normal. I also understand investments, can trade long-term, and analyze the market fundamentally. But these are my secondary skills. I developed them much later. So don't rush, explore this interesting world, and you will manage to do everything. You have plenty of time. Just move step by step without jumping from one thing to another. I'm re-entering the market, as I said, also going long. The price clearly wants to rise, so I'm in the market. That's all. Let's keep earning. Let's discuss another important issue. You could say it's a naive belief in a fairy tale. This is a very harmful misconception. Probably many viewers are susceptible to this mirage. Friends, first of all, trading is not a money button. Not at all. Don't think like that. That's how many people express themselves on the internet. And secondly, there are no grails here. No combination of indicators that will definitely make you rich. Many beginners think that they are guaranteed success if they just get access to some secret tool. After that, it will be enough to just press some button and make a profit. Any strategy will be a grail for you if you learn how to use it. This requires discipline, composure, lack of excitement, and moderate trading. That's all. Nothing more. The 8th trade is behind us. I think the next one will be the last. I don't want to make a mistake today, and mistakes are not allowed at all, so I will try to find a good entry option. Let's go moment X. I will open. On the pound to the Australian dollar, here. It is definitely worth waiting for the price to rise. See for yourself. It's already typical for us, the zigzag knee. The price breaks upwards beyond it. The oscillator is not yet overbought. There is room to move. So let's hope for a positive outcome. We'll see this in a minute. While we have time, let's make a final conclusion on everything said today. If you think trading is not for you, get that thought out of your head. I have outlined the most common problems that clearly trouble most viewers of this video. Identify your specific problem and start addressing your shortcomings. As they say, he will master the road, the one who walks. Sooner or later, you will overcome your shortcomings and be able to earn money. I'll let you in on a secret, friends. At the start of my career, I also seemed not to be made for trading. But over time, I managed to prove to myself, prove to the world that this is not the case. And here I am sitting in front of you with the last deal. Yes, that's plus $26.35, starting with only 10 on my balance. summarize the results. Well, friends, I am more than satisfied with today's trading session. To be honest, it's not so easy to boost a deposit. Today was the 12th attempt, but it's a success for an experienced trader, definitely. And it's always nice when a goal is achieved. I think you also enjoyed the video because today we talked about important issues, like how to overcome difficulties for a beginner who has encountered them, let's say, for the first time. In any case, don't despair, draw the right conclusions, take your fate into your own hands, work on your mistakes, improve yourself, and develop. You're destined for definite success, and I wish you this incredibly, unspeakably. Before saying goodbye, I ask you to be active, as it is truly important to me. Subscribe to my channel, like the videos, and click the bell so you don't miss new and useful videos for you. Be sure to write comments. I read all of them and take your opinions into account. Tell me what you liked, what you would like to change, and what topics you would like me to cover in my episodes. Further, thank you all so much for watching. Wishing you lots of profit, kindness, and peace overhead. See you soon on my channel. Goodbye, everyone.